Yeah, we are live now.
Yes.
Please.
Today is the very special day. We are going to launch Marketing in 100 Minutes, a book written by Dr. Marc Oliver Opresnik and Dr. Simon Hollandson. This book is very special as it is a very comprehensive in nature, and it also describes every aspects of the marketing in a very comprehensive way. So it's a very special book, and we have here also Dr. Marc Oliver Opresnik. He is the author of the book, and he is one of the world famous management thinkers, and also is a visiting faculty Cambridge and faculty of German University. So he's one of the one of the management guru, best known management guru. So I'll invite him to come on the screen and share his views and presentation. Dr. Opresnik, you can take over.
Namaste. Thank you very much for the lovely introduction, dear Tuhin. So I want to share some thoughts on disruptive marketing in a VUCA world with respect to the launch of our book in India. So we are very excited about that. So my name is Marc Opresnik. I'm a distinguished professor of business administration, in particular marketing and management at the Technical University of Lübeck and the University of Lübeck. In addition to that, I'm a visiting professor to top-tier international universities such as Oxford or Regent's University, London, or East China University of Science and Technology in Shanghai. I'm also a member of the board of directors at St. Gallen Management Institute in Switzerland and the global co-author to Professor Dr. Philip Kotler and also the global dean of academics. So I've written a lot of books and we are working for a lot of institutions you see on the slides here. And today is about the launch of our book, Marketing in 100 Minutes. Let me catch you up on that very, very slightly in a comprehensive format, like the book is very comprehensively written. So we are living in a VUCA world, and this terminology is not coming from my book or from Professor Kotler. This is coming from US military and during the time of the Cold War. And the logic is that volatility is the first one, the first letter of the acronym here, and it calls for a clear vision. We have to have a clear vision about the future, where we want to go. Uncertainty implies that we need a sophisticated understanding about the world around us. And complexity means we need to be very clear in our communication and about our value proposition. And probably one of the most important ones, ambiguity, calls that we have to be very agile. Companies and individuals have to adapt in an ever more speed and velocity to an ever-changing business environment. And the problem is in today's world with books, with people, with institutions, with corporations, that more and more is alike. So everything that is successful is copied in an ever shorter period amount of time. And you can see it here, just looking at the bike helmets. They're all the same. They look the same. Now, of course, they're having different colors, but basically they look the same. And the challenge for today's corporations, for all corporations, is that also quality-wise, you see, they're all rated good. So how can you be different? Marketing is about being different, right? Satisfying customer needs and wants better than the competition. But how can you do that if everything you come up with, every kind of differential advantage, can be copied in an ever shorter period amount of time? So that is the challenge that everybody is facing. Now, a lot of companies are just having this inside-out perspective. So they design products and services, and then they try to push them onto the market. And we call that a push approach. But the problem is that Henry Ford stated it a long time ago. If you just ask people what they want, you get a dull answer because people don't know what they want, because you can only describe things in what you have and not in terms of what you want to have. So if I ask somebody, so I'm responsible at Porsche as a chief design officer for the next 911. And if I ask customers, how shall the next 911 Porsche look like? People would argue and say, oh, like the current one, probably a bit more sporty, but evolution, not a revolution, less fuel consumption, probably a hybrid-driven car. So you can do nothing with that kind of an answer. Nobody was calling for iPhone. Nobody was calling for other innovations like Netflix. Nobody was doing that. But when Netflix came along, or Airbnb came along, or Uber came along, they were disrupting the markets. But you cannot simply ask people what they want. Instead, Professor Dr. Theodore Louis, the famous MIT professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology at the Harvard University, long ago in the 60s, he said, people don't want quarter-inch drills, they want quarter-inch holes. Because that is also what my colleague at Harvard University, unfortunately he died a couple of years ago, Professor Dr. Clayton Christensen, was arguing when he wrote this famous book, The Innovator's Dilemma, or Jobs to be Done. It is the problem that customers want to get fixed that shall be the starting point of every managerial action. Whether it's marketing, whether it's strategy, doesn't make any difference. Whether a company is in the agricultural business, whether it's in the pharmaceutical business, whether it's in the educational business, doesn't make a difference. So people don't want the product, they want to hire the product or the service to do something for them. So for example, to attach a painting to a wall, or photography of the family to make the living room more cozy, right? And that is very important to understand that. And that is also what we did before we launched the Marketing in 100 Minutes series books. So the problem is that in today's world, the attention span is steadily decreasing. So in the year 2000, coming from Google Canada research, the attention span of a human being was about 13 seconds. The attention span of a goldfish is supposed to be 9 seconds, and the attention span of a modern smartphone user is only 3 to 5 seconds. So as a result, nobody wants to read 1,000-page books anymore. So like, for example, here, this book of Professor Dr. David Jobber. It's a very good book, actually. But the problem is that my students, even at the elite universities, they're not reading lengthy books anymore because they are used to different kind of attention span, to different kind of gathering knowledge. It has to be very compact, it has to be very comprised. Even the book Marketing for Dummies, compact version, is about 400 pages. But if you're having about 28 sessions, lectures, hours at the university per week, there is not room to have 1,000-page book to be accompanying every kind of lecture. Therefore, this was the starting point why Professor Dr. Sven Tollensen and I, Sven is a guru in global marketing, came up with this, what we call problem-based segmentation. We said we need something super innovative that has never been done before by professors. We need to come out with a book to address that problem with a comprehensive contents of just 100 pages. And the value proposition is marketing in 100 minutes, know-how made simple, in sprint with fun to the point for all. It's also inclusive. It's coming from academics, but it's written in a simple style that everybody can comprehend and understand and directly apply. So this is the beauty. This is super unique. Now, this is the picture here of my friend here presenting from the Indian book fair here in Delhi. The book, and we are very excited to also host local case studies that have been organized by my friend Tuhin as our Indian chief advisor. Entering this book, and you see that this book has been specifically designed for the Indian market, because not only do we have Indian corporations inside the book, but also it's coming in the Indian national colors. Now, we did the same as an example that this approach is universally applicable. We did the same for education. We disrupted the educational market by addressing problems of a specific customer group, which is professionals. So we looked, for example, at professionals, and they have a problem. If they want to do an MBA, a Master of Business Administration, in parallel to their job, they hardly can do it at my university or international university. Very, very cumbersome, because it normally takes 2.5 years. So it's taking far too long. And the problem is that even if you have online education, you need to go on site, prepare for the examination, and pass the test. So we cooperated with British universities and came up with a disruptive Master of Business Administration, which you can do completely online in just 8 months. And it's totally online. You don't have to prepare for examinations. So the education is coming through webinars, and every module is finished up with a reflective thinking report, not with an exam you have to prepare for. So it's coming from the professional background of the people. Then in 8 months, you're having an MBA. And here you can see how it looks strategically and technically. So how this problem-based segmentation looks like. For example, she's a person, I'm not going through every kind of that here now, Anna Fischer, and she's a typical, we call that in marketing and strategic management, we call that a persona. It's a stereotype of a customer, and she's in the B2C. So, and you can see here in the value proposition canvas, this tool has been developed by Osterwalder, that these are the jobs she wants to get done. So, for example, she wants to speed up her career in order to do an MBA, right? And you can see here, these are the gains, and these are the pain points. These are the problems she has, and this is how we then plan products and services to address pains and deliver gains. So this is how it works in real life. And we have 2, for example, students here. It's the same with 100 minutes books, that this automatically sells because you're not having a product and then you push it into the market, but you're looking at customers and then you address in a problem, a challenge, a job they have, and design the product accordingly. So that is very important to understand. I'm always talking about that because it's a very basic principle. That's the difference between push and pull. And this allowed, for example, here, this executive, he's a founder of a company, to do a Master of Business Administration in parallel to his job, even without a bachelor's degree. So normally the problem is that executives, sometimes people don't have bachelor's degree, but they want to do masters. And we address that kind of problem with this kind of a program. In addition to that, and you can see that I'm working for the advisory board of the United Nations of the World Food Program, what we are doing, and that is very important for us as well, also with India. We are donating 1% of the tuition fees to the United Nations to share the meal. And by doing that, we are connecting the 2 SDG goals, quality education and zero hunger. So that is very paramount to understand, in my humble opinion, because today we have we need to be more purpose-driven. We also see that with the younger generation, people are looking more for purpose-driven brands, right, and companies with a purpose. And the purpose is not just about making money. It's not wrong to make money, but I think you also have to liaise it with doing social good. And that was it, my short, comprehensive presentation, not 100 minutes, but about this also strategy and theory that is behind that kind of thinking and approach. And whenever you focus on problems of people and then design products, you will be successful. Not the other way around. Most companies, let me say that again, design products and then they think about, oh, how can we best sell them? Through advertisement, through marketing. But marketing is not about designing products and selling products. Marketing is about looking at problems that people have, specific people, persona, and then design products and services to address those specific needs and problems. Thank you very much for having me. And I'm very, very excited that we're having the first book now out in India. the first of many books already. The 100-minute series is already an established brand because we have more than 20 books already in the 100-minute series. And we are going to launch more books in India. And I'm very much looking forward. Also, Tuhin is going to communicate about that constantly, to visiting Delhi again in the near future for the launch of the social media marketing book. Thank you once again. Namaste and all the best.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Now I would request Mr. Anil Verma ji to take over and launch the book right now. So we can launch the book and he can take over the rest of the part.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tuhin sir. And yeah, we can just show the books if you have, so that we can take a snapshot. Then we can.
Fantastic! It looks beautiful.
Yeah, please.
Also the colors, especially the colors.
Yeah, please. Yeah, that's great. That's great. So I'm just taking a snap. Thanks. Thank you so much. And I'll share this on. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much, Mr. Mukherjee. So yeah. And very good afternoon, everyone. So it is an honor to be here in this special panel discussion and the hybrid launch of the Marketing in 100 Minutes. So first of all, I just congratulate to all, and especially author Mr. Professor Dr. Marc Opresnik and co-author Mr. Esmen Dulensin, and especially for the Mr. Tuhin Mukharji sir, who gave huge efforts for this event. And congratulations to everyone who contribute to this insightful books and launching. So we have today a special guest from the RISE. So we have a RISE director, Mr. Amit Singh sir, and RISE project director, Mr. K Tiwari sir, and Mr. Amit Kanti Ganguly ji, and Mr. Malobika Sengupta ji, and Mr. Sachin Sharma ji. So a big and special thanks to all esteemed panelists for joining us today. So I would like to say a few words about the RISE first. Right. So RISE Incubation Center is a dynamic startup hub empowering entrepreneurs with the mentorship, funding supports, and the networking opportunities. So it provides resource for business growth, marketing, and innovation, fostering a thriving startup ecosystem. So RISE help startups scale through strategic guidance, investor connects, and the global market exposure, and driving entrepreneurial success in Bundelkhand. So Bundelkhand is a region in UP. So I would say marketing is a lifeline of any startup, while innovation and passion driving a startup, reaching the right audience and a major challenges. So many startups struggle with the limited budgets, brand positioning, and scaling their market efforts effectively. So at RISE Incubation Center, we actively support startups in overcoming these barriers. So we provide mentorship, strategic networking opportunities, and access to digital marketing tools to help them gain visibility and traction. So to solve marketing challenges, startup must focus on lean strategies, storytelling, and digital outreach. So a mix of organic engagement and with the engagement of the global countries, so targeting paid campaign can create sustainable growth. So looking globally, international markets, data-driven marketing, influencer collaborations, and automations. So Indian startups must adapt these strategies to expand beyond borders. So let's take inspirations from this book and empower the startup with smart marketing. So now I would like to invite our RISE director, Mr. Amit Singh sir. So kindly please give some remark on this panel discussion on marketing in 100 minutes. Sir, over to you, sir, please. Amit sir,
Thank you,
please.
Anil. Thank you, Anil.
Please unmute.
On behalf of RISE and the whole team, I just congratulate
Welcome, sir.
Professor Dr. Mark and Dr. Hollinson for giving us such a good opportunity. So, out of the country, how we can connect globally, global markets, opportunities for these startups, and different platforms. So, behalf of everybody, thank you so much, sir, for giving this opportunity and making this happen with the Rise. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. On behalf of Rise, I would like to just communicate that all these startups what we are having right now, they all are looking forward for such a good environment what a country is right now in. Honorable Prime Minister and Chief Minister, they are particularly watching these startup programs everywhere. In fact, our RISE is also a part of a smart city. It is one of the only in our state where we are having this on behalf of the smart city program that is going around the country, and we just look forward to connect to very best things around the global world to help us our startups with our team and with you all guys. Thank you for making this to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Tuhin sir, can we please uh, go for the other mentors so that after 1 or 2 minutes, CK sir will join and they will address. He will address.
Mr.
Sir,
Mukherjee,
you are mute. Mute.
Yeah, may I ask Mr. Amit Ganguly ji to take over and speak
Sir,
to
you are
you?
mute.
May I
Yeah.
ask Mr. Amit Ganguly ji to take
thank you, Mr. Mukherjee, and Anil sir, and everyone basically for Marc has to drop for giving this opportunity. To start about me very quickly, I'm not a marketing guy. I'm completely a techie IT person, but what I have seen over a period of time, uh, earlier days, if we go back maybe 15, 20 years back, those days marketing was purely based on the, of course, there was no, practically, there was no social media. So, marketing means printing printed ads or those leaflet and those we were in that those days or those era, which was definitely very very expensive and the reach was very limited. Now, if we talk about today's scenario, uh, everybody in the world, perhaps 90% of the population of the world, they are glued into social media. So definitely, social media takes a lead when we talk about marketing, and uh, proper usage of social media, be it what depends on the target segment or target market which we are trying to target, be it FB, Facebook, be it YouTube, be it LinkedIn, be it Insta, anything. So it creates a huge impact. Now, the only thing which Professor Dr. Mark also has mentioned, one area of caution, most of the time, what most of the organization, most of us we do is we derive or create a product and then get in, try to market it, kind of push it to the market without understanding does it really uh, suffices, or that does it match with the demand or the requirement in the market. So in other word, in simpler word, does market or does people, do people require this at all? Now, instead of that, Professor Dr. Mark has said it very precisely that we need to first understand what problem is there in the market, um, how we can solve that, how we can provide a solution for that, and then derive the product around that, and then get into the social media to talk about it. So in that those cases, the advantage will be the success will be sure shot. People will not get bored or get pissed off by getting those marketing calls or spam mails or whatever it might be, or pop-up ad anywhere and everywhere kind of. um, it will be more targeted, more focused. So that's what my little submission on this area. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks a lot. So, may I ask Malobika Sengupta to share a few words regarding marketing and also the startup, because she is also linked and she is working with the startups also, so she can define it very well.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is an absolute pleasure that we are here to launch this very, very, important and critical aspect of business, which is marketing, and this book which says marketing in 100 minutes. And being a marketing person, and that too currently working with the startups, I was very, very excited to discuss the importance of marketing in the startup ecosystem. Now, starting any business for that matter is not something that is a small feat. And many entrepreneurs often focus on the development of their product or services, the operations, and finally the fundraising. So people get focused on these areas. However, in this world which is so fast paced, which is super competitive, a brilliant idea alone is not enough. Hmm. So startups bursting with innovation, they tend to stumble, fall. We have heard hundreds and thousands of startups not succeeding, and not because their products or services are flawed. It's not that there is some fault there, but mainly because they fail to connect with the audience that they want to cater to. This is where the power of effective marketing comes to play. Without effective marketing, even the most innovative products or services just get unnoticed. And that's where marketing becomes a game changer. We always get confused between sales and marketing. So uh, just to sort of give a perspective that both of these are two ends of a continuum, if I may say so. Sales, at the sales end, the outreach is narrow, however very, very deep. On the other side, which is marketing, the outreach is broad but shallow. Okay, so to get deep into, we ignore the broad aspect. However, the broader aspect is important to reach our audience. So let's start by considering the challenges that the startups face with their limited resources, the tight budgets that they work on, and the need to create a brand awareness. That's the hurdle that they need to overcome. In today's world, the positive thing is the digital, being a digital age. So earlier, doing marketing or getting into this meant a lot of money required, a lot of resources required. However, that challenge is better handled today because of the digital thing. So effective marketing for startups, therefore, are for these reasons. There are various reasons for getting into marketing, but mainly the first five I thought I'll just mention. The first being creating brand awareness. The most important thing in a startup journey is to ensure that people get to know their business. And that's simple today because of the social media, because of search engine optimization, or whatever, whichever way they want to use. Then building the trust and the credibility. Startups often lack that to and they have to fight the competition, the reputation that the larger companies have. But if marketing done in the right manner helps them build that trust and the credibility through the constant messaging, the content, the positive customer experiences, marketing can position these startups into a trustworthy brand. Then it comes to attracting the right audience. Marketing allows them to target the audience, whether it's through the digital advertising or influential partnerships or social media campaigns, whichever tool that one wants to use. These are effective to reach the specific audience. And when you connect with the right audience, you are likely to generate the sales and the long term loyalty that is required for any business sustenance. Then the cost effective strategies. That's the most critical, having constraints of budgets, of or other resources constraint. So So digital marketing therefore brings a level playing field in spite of lower budgets. Social media, content marketing, email, SEO, all those are relatively cost effective strategies but yields high returns. So, with the right strategy, startup maximizes their reach and therefore impacts. And then, of course, once you've established your brand, marketing plays a pivotal role in driving growth and scaling it up, whether it's through email automation, retargeting ads, content, whichever, whatever you want to use. These initiatives can create potential growth even for small teams. And that is where exactly marketing in 100 minutes comes in, offering practical, actionable insights that would help the startups harness the power of marketing, even in the times when time, resources, everything is limited. It's about focusing on the fundamentals, prioritizing efforts that generate returns, and therefore needs this unique requirement for the startups. Right? So again, to put it to conclude that marketing for startup isn't just necessity, it's the lifeline of any startup business and to need where they get the customers. With the right marketing strategy, startups can overcome early stage hurdles, build a foundation for the long term success. Thank you again. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak today and be associated with the Marketing in 100 Minutes book. And would request all to grab the copy of the book in maybe the next 100 minutes and start utilizing the practical tips and the strategies that are given there. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Madam has thrown the light on the marketing and also explained the importance regarding with the startups and all. So right now I'll request Mr. Sachin Sharma, who is the business head of higher education, Asian Group and Vikas Publishing. So I would like to request him to speak a few words, and he can actually explain a little bit. So Mr. Sharma, so you can take it ahead.
Thank you very much, Tuhin, for giving me an opportunity. So I'm representing Eschan Group over here. So Vikas Publishing is the publisher for this book, and Vikas Publishing House is the imprint of for the business books, both in academic and professional segment. We now have books with Dr. Kotler. The arrangement with authors Dr. Opresnik, Kotler, and Hollinson will see us to do more in the coming times. We thank you, Tuhin, the chief advisor of the venture, who has been working tirelessly, and Opresnik Management Consulting, who have facilitated by not only giving the content but also working on the case contributed by the organizations. We therefore also thank wholeheartedly Rise, and the other organization who has given a case in such a short time. So earlier we published, Tuhin, with the book, we published Essentials of Modern Marketing Indian Edition. Now we have this book. Soon we'll be having social media marketing. Yeah. So Indian cases are currently under development, and we urge all organizations to participate in that by supporting, Tuhin and the complete team in making it is a huge success. So thanks to those organizations who have already expressed commitment to this cause. So coming on to the product side, these days, as Professor Mark also mentioned that, with shortened attention span and evolving learning styles, I think this book is developed, to service the organization's learning and development needs for people who are on the business side of the organization. For the academic segment too, since we represent the whole academic society. So for the academic segment too, the book will also be immense use, especially for those who embrace fast track MBA, hybrid and online MBA programs. So also for the UG students, this is especially there is an NEP curriculum which is implemented, and especially for that curriculum, which is more of experiential learning. Since classroom, are becoming flipped, most so as a post-COVID normalcy feature. So the modular approach in the book and separate teacher manual will be of use here. So I think this product is primarily is going to be very helpful, as to the academic segment also and the professional segment also. So the book is available on Amazon and and listed at around 295. So we are working with Flipkart also. Those are the two major platforms in India, where you can make where students can buy or anyone can buy the book. So the book is supplied on a POD model. It will take hardly 7 to 10 days of the time, to ensure that the book reaches to the hands. Dedicated customer service channel will also help assist in acquiring the product. So we have a team of approximately 100 people visiting the academic, different institutions, large universities, and the MBA colleges, and and the professional organizations too. So we are we are really excited, to have this product, and we really look forward to the success of this product with help of you all. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Sharma, for sharing valuable thoughts. Now, I would like to actually conclude the program. So here, I want to announce that the book is available in Flipkart and also on Amazon. I would like to request Mr. Anil Kumar Verma to put all the links and also the number of the Asian group in the description of this YouTube video, so the people who will go through the video or who will see this kind of the post, they are able to actually purchase the book. So this book is available in Flipkart and Amazon. Also, the contact person number and the mail ID of the Asian publication, Vikas publication, will be there in the description, so the people can easily buy the book and they can get benefit out of this book. So this is how that we are going to wrap up this program, and I would like to request Mr. Anil Kumar Verma to make some concluding remark and just formally end this program.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sohini. So I hope Mr. Professor Mark already told us about the book and about the content inside the book. So we'll go through the Flipkart and Amazon, and definitely we'll recommend to all the startups so that they can purchase that book, and they can just implement all the terms including the books in their startup and business. So and thank you everyone for coming in this event, and definitely especially I would like to thanks for the RISE director, Mr. Amit Singh sir, RISE project director, Mr. K Tiwari sir, and especially Mr. Amit Ganguly sir, and Mrs. Malobika Sengupta ma'am, and Mr. Sachin Sharma ji. And once again, I really want to thanks Professor Dr. Marc Oliver Opresnik for just giving a chance to just launch the book from the RISE part. So thank you so much everyone for joining. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so